All right, y'all, welcome to the Off the Bench podcast. We got Josh Kahn in the studio with us today. What's up, bro?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How are you?
I'm doing great. Yeah.
So, guys, before we start, please like, comment, subscribe to the page, hit the notification button, share it. That'd be awesome. Dude, it's been a while since you've been up here.
It has been, but it's good to be back. It feels like I'm back at home.
Yeah?
Definitely.
So, when did you start with us?
So I started like the end of last year, or really the beginning of this year.
Okay, so
for the most part,
5 months, 6 months max.
6 months, yeah.
And you started out really good.
I did. I had a really nice explosion.
Okay.
And then, to be honest, I got lazy. To be honest, and I got a little complacent.
Okay.
Got a little comfortable.
More money in your bank account than you had in a long time.
And I was able to take care of a lot of things. And I think I kind of forgot what was the roots and like what brought me my success and what kind of brought me to that position.
Yeah.
And lately I've been able to get back to those older disciplines, and we're back in action.
That's so fun because it's funny because it happens to a lot of people, and it's why I think we go, why are you doing this? Like, it can't be, I want to buy a car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, when you get sober, they tell you that sobriety doesn't work if you're doing it for somebody else.
No question.
Success doesn't work if you're doing it for something. You have to be doing it for a bigger reason than just monetary stuff.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But I'm sure, and again, we all figure it out, but it's good that you didn't take too long to figure it out because that's how a lot of people drowned.
Yeah, it was definitely difficult, but I had great leadership with my upline, with Darren, with Kali, Corinne, with yourself, like great leaders, great leadership that gave me great direction. So I was never, even though it was difficult,
yeah, I
could always kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Sure,
and I just kind of knew what I had to do. I did have to put my head down, and I did have to do the work to kind of get myself out of it. But I appreciate that.
Makes you stronger.
Absolutely.
I love those stories, and I love struggle. Like, for me, if it was a perfect scenario for an agent, I would have them come in and make a little bit of money just so that they know it works, and then hit a speed bump, and then get through that speed bump and then take off, as opposed to coming in, killing it, and then hitting a speed bump 800 miles down the road.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Definitely.
Because that hurts too. So, can you go through some of the things that you said, the disciplines that you lost? Because I think a lot of people really do believe this is harder than what it is as far as what we do. Now, the discipline's not easy. The scheduling, the buying the leads, the separating with your money, the no's, all that stuff's, I guess, not easy to some people, but the system's pretty simple.
Yeah, the system is very simple. So the way that it pretty much starts is I know that some of the peak time to kind of start making the phone calls and setting the appointments is at 7:30. If you start at 8:30, you start at 9 o'clock. I've heard some of our greater leaders say that you've lost $200,000 in a year, and I definitely believe it, because in that time period, typically I've set 3 to 4 appointments right there in just that first hour.
In the first hour of the day.
First hour and a half, pretty much, yeah.
Wow.
So now, so what I'm doing now is I make sure I don't leave my post, I don't leave my station till I have the 10 appointments set. Before I was getting a little bit comfortable, and I was like, I got one a day, think type of thing, but it just doesn't work that way. It's funny because the way the numbers work, it's like if you want realistic results, you have to set the number of appointments, because if you get anything without setting the correct number of appointments, you're pretty much just lucky.
Right.
And eventually my luck ran out.
Well, it runs out for everybody. It's like, are you a sports guy?
Absolutely.
What sports do you like?
Football all day.
Football all day. So, receivers, if they just went to practice, caught one ball twice a week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Way. But they got that jug machine, and it's thousands of balls. Mm-hmm. Basketball, free throws, thousands. 3-pointers, thousands. No, you think Steph Curry's probably shot 500,000 free throws or 3-pointers? No question. So why golfers? Same. I mean, again, it's, if you look at professions, why would this be any different?
No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And it's really what I love about it is we know what to do.
Right.
The FFL provides us with the very, very clear direction. And, we know exactly what to do. And as long as you do it the way that they tell us to do it, you get the results that they tell you you're going to get. It's really neat because, like I said, I within the last 2 weeks, I got right back to doing the same disciplines like I was telling you before.
Yeah.
And it's like I've been able to help a lot of families in a short period of time. So
How many families in the last 2 weeks?
In the last 2 weeks, about 20 families.
20 families in the last 2 weeks. And what did you do before this?
So before I got into the FFL, so I was with another practice company prior, but I was doing pretty much sales and everything, like everything from retail to I was in the car business for a little bit of everything.
Is this the most money you've made?
Oh, no question.
And it's pretty simple.
It's very, very easy. Buy the leads, call them, and close them.
What's your schedule?
So I dial Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Okay.
But I start dialing at 7:30. Typically, I'm done by like 12, 1 o'clock for setting all my appointments. And then the following day, I'll run 10 to 12 appointments for the day.
10 to 12 a day.
10 to 12 a day.
3 days a week.
3 days a week.
So 30 to 36 appointments.
30 to 36, but see, here's what happens. Usually by Wednesday or Thursday, or definitely by Friday, I'll have like a few that need to reschedule.
Sure.
So on Wednesday and Friday, if I can finish early, then I'll try to leave a little bit of time, for the ones that have to reschedule. So this way I can try to hit that 40 mark every week. So because that's my target, that's my goal.
40 appointments.
I want to do 40 appointments a week.
See, you can't fail, Josh. It's impossible. It's impossible. Now, how many in all of your sales jobs? I mean, all of your sales jobs are activity based, right?
Oh yeah, no question, absolutely.
Sales is the highest paying industry.
Absolutely.
No what?
No meals, no deals.
No meals.
I mean, no deals, no meals.
No deals, no meals. I love that. Sales is the highest paying industry in the country. And again, just like, people always go like, look at stars and athletes, and I'd love that. They did an Inspire podcast with Brent Abernathy, who's got an Olympic gold medal for baseball. Like, that's cool. Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
People are like, I'd love that. And he's like, dude, my wife sacrificed. I was lifting, working out, catching balls every day. And sales is the same way. It pays so good, but we're not getting to work at 8 and leaving at 4.
Yeah, no. It's not a set schedule. It's definitely not a set schedule. It's more of like a time frame.
Okay.
like
right.
Like I tell myself, like, I know that if I start at the right time, I know that realistically I'll be done by 1. Like, it could be at 10 o'clock. It could be at 11 o'clock.
Sure.
It could be at 2 o'clock, like we talked about. It could be a little bit more, but I know, like, that's the range.
Right.
But typically, if you start the right time, you leave yourself a little bit of time to get out. Get done early. So, but it all works out.
It all works out. And if it takes you to 8 o'clock at night, it takes you to 8 o'clock at night.
If it takes me to that, then it takes me to that. So be it. I gotta. At this point, it's like, if I don't have the 10, I'm calling back to back. I'm calling until I get to 10. That's it.
So, have you ever started early in the morning and had to dial till 8, 9 o'clock at night?
So yes, I have had that. I have had that a couple times. So
can you tell? I think there was a reason that happened.
Yeah. So I think usually what happens is once you pass, like, I feel like that 7 to 12 time period, it kind of slows down a little bit.
Okay.
Or at least in my experience so far. And then it will open back up to be able to set the appointments, but you have to wait now till everybody gets home.
Gotcha.
Which means that with you waiting till everybody gets home, you're going to be dialing for a little while. That's why I always recommend the best thing to do, get up early.
7:30.
7:30, knock it out and be done with your day for the rest of the day. So this way, the rest of the day, you can focus on recruiting.
Yeah, building.
You can focus on building.
So, is there a reason why you shouldn't be done dialing by noon? Like, is it? I guess what I'm asking you is, I would play around a lot because I didn't want to. I didn't want to dial, right? Because I'd be in a mood or something. My mind wasn't right. What was a reason that you could give that if you start at 7:30, why you wouldn't have your appointments done by 12 or 1 o'clock?
Just like silly natural things. Sometimes just kind of getting up, not kind of staying seated, getting distracted. Natural things like that.
Yeah.
I also have a puppy, so she's always getting into stuff, so little things like that. But now what I've actually found a way to combat that.
Yes, please share.
So on my wall, like where I sit and where I kind of set up my corner, so I have a picture of my kids.
Okay.
So it's like a picture of my 3 daughters and my son, and then a picture of my puppy. So this way I know, like, hey, this is why I'm here.
Right.
I need to make sure I take care of this so I can make sure I take care of them. So that's kind of like, that's when
Hey,
it's been working.
It's a bigger reason.
Absolutely. I always have to know the why.
You always have to know the why. So what is your goals for the rest of 2022, personal and team-wise?
Personally, I'm still, I know I'm a little bit behind where I wanted to be for Hall of Fame, but that's my goal. My goal is still to try to bounce back, get back on track to do Hall of Fame by the end of the year. And for my team, I'm hoping that within the next 2 to 3 months, I can have a strong starting 5.
Okay.
So I'm looking for right now. I'm looking for 5 people that are ambitious, people that want to work hard, and people that can follow direction, and are looking for a strong team right now to kind of work with, and a strong foundation. Because I know with not only with myself but with the leadership that I've been provided with, is guaranteed success.
Yeah, as long as you work the system. Josh, thank you so much for coming in. And you're building. So if I wanted to come work with you, how would I get a hold of you? You
can reach me on Instagram at MarviaJK, or you can always reach me directly on my phone. My phone line is always open. That's 202-584-9846. Josh, thank you so much for coming in. I greatly appreciate you. Glad to have you back, Bo. It's a pleasure. Absolutely. Your smile is contagious, and your success is like it's good for us, because it just the more different types of people we have winning, the more validation the system gets, right? Yeah. And you came in and killed it, and then, like I said, we all have been complacent at some point in our life. We've been complacent, right? Yeah. But you caught it really quick, and you're like, wait a minute, this is not what I want. Yeah, no. I had to get it fixed. I had to get it right. Guys, if you want to work with somebody that understands the system, keeps it really simple, has a big heart, works really hard, Josh is your guy. Reach out to him. He'd love to help you. Until next time, make it a big week. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you. Appreciate you.